Hello and welcome to another LiveCycle tutorial. Today we're going to discuss a forum entry, again from Adobe Forums, this one using Formcalc and calculating a total quantity of fields that have a specific value. I want to show first my original solution and then an alternate solution that takes a little less code, but maybe a little more confusing if I started out with that. So what the user was asking is to take these numeric fields and determine if the value is greater than, say, 50. If it's greater than 50, then calculate the quantity of fields that have more than 50 in this last numeric field. So the simplest solution to do this in Formcalc, which was the request of the user, is to start by declaring a variable, set it equal to 0, then check each field. So in this case, in F1 greater than 50, then t equals t plus 1. And if for those unfamiliar with Formcalc but familiar with JavaScript, you'll notice that I'm writing out that calculation there, t equals t plus 1. That is because Formcalc does not recognize equals plus or plus equals like JavaScript does. Do the same thing for the other form or other objects. If you're following along at home, of course, you're welcome to copy and paste, but I thought I'd take the long way around. And finally, Formcalc does not require us to set the value of the object by telling it this dot raw value. So instead, I can just say t, and Formcalc will know that I'm telling it to use t, whatever t's value is, as the value of the object. So let's go into our preview and make sure that we didn't do anything wrong, no typos or anything. Formcalc is nice about popping an error if there is something wrong immediately. So let's say a user is using this form and they enter 65. You can see it's already tabulating, which is what we wanted. But we'll put 12 here. Okay, it's not more than 50, so it should not add up into it. And then let's say 100. Oh, well, 200, I guess. I missed a key. And you see two of our objects here are above 50, and we end up with 2, which is what we wanted. For a simple example like 3 objects, it's not a big deal just to type it in for the user, but once this gets large enough, we would want this taken care of for our users. So what's happening here is pretty simple. We're checking each value as the user exits the object. That's why we put this in the calculate event for our final numeric field, the one that actually gets the total. And each time we check the condition, and if it's true, we apply this. If it's not, there's nothing to do, so we just end the if statement. Now, conditions in Formcalc are almost identical to other languages, JavaScript, C++, in that truth values are 0 or 1. Since all we're doing is adding 1, if this is true, we can actually make a slight change here. T equals T plus, and now let's put the condition inside. I'll do this for the other as well. Now what happens is, as this is evaluating, we start by checking to see if each field and each line is greater than 50. If it is, this condition gets a value of 1. If not, it gets a value of 0. So no matter what I put in here, I correctly add 1 or 0 to our variable. That means that if, say, a number is 100 in the first line, we will verify that in F1, 100 is greater than 50, which gives us a value of 1, and we add 1 to t. If, say, our second line is 25, 25 is not greater than 50, so its truth value is 0. So we get t equals t plus 0, which means we don't add anything to it. Let's go to our preview and just verify that this works. So 100, 25, and 5,000. As you can see, again, we've got our value of 2, which we wanted, because this is greater than 50 and this is greater than 50, but this one is not. I hope you enjoyed that brief rundown of Formcalc to answer a form solution. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. And if you like the video, of course, like it. And if you want to stay up to date on when new videos are released, please subscribe.